ladies and gentlemen, this is Eddie Marcus here again, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. It's a sad moment in my life, a sad moment in the life of the world, and these are crying times. I come to you because yesterday and over the past weekend, I've seen some crazy things going on and need to draw some attention to it. Just the other day, a jury found the murderer of a young Minnesotan by the name of Castile innocent. A scared man, a coward, applied for a police job so he can feed his family. Nothing wrong with that. Did he need a police job? Apparently not, but he got it. And on this particular day, stopped supposedly a traffic violator, asked for his identification. Upon getting ready to give it, the trafficker told the policeman he had a gun. The policeman told him not to reach for it, but told him to get the wallet. And so when the guy's reaching for the wallet, the policeman is so afraid till he ends up shooting the guy 7 times. And then say, I told him not to touch it. And the truth came out when he first was interviewed. He said that he asked the man to give him his license, registration, and the man had a grip on his hand that was too wide for a wallet. So he saw a gun, and he told him to put it back. And he wouldn't put it back, so he shot him. And one bullet wouldn't have done him. He was so scared that his finger got locked on the trigger and couldn't stop until 7 bullets had been released. But when he got a little space of time between that truth-telling time, he was advised to kind of embellish the truth a little bit. Take some of that out, what he had said before. Isn't there something? This is the story now he's telling. He saw the gun. Well, you've probably heard several different versions of it. They found a hung jury. And this system went back in there and told these weak-minded people what they wanted done. And those weak-minded people went back and did it. The town leadership, for which was being represented by this police officer, was so embarrassed they gave him and told him to get out of there. But on legal basis, they just had to give him some financial adjustments and say, we can't use your services anymore. So the young man is probably afraid everywhere he goes, thinking somebody's going to get him because his conscience won't leave him alone. The conscience of this jury shouldn't be left alone. However, I'm sure it will. This is nothing new. This has been happening to black people all across the country. I heard the young man's mother, Mrs. Castile. I heard her make her statement. She's very pissed off, as any mother who had their kid killed by the system. See, I'm not talking about a white police officer no more. I'm not talking about a police officer. I'm saying being killed by the system, a system that is supported by the American people. I'm talking about a system that is supported by you and I. This has been happening to black people ever since they've been here. It's nothing new. It happens to others as well. Poor people, it happens to you. You're poor people. Where do you think drugs come from? The system. The system. I know we found all kinds of excuses to point the finger at everybody else, but the finger comes right back to us. This thing continues to happen because we do it. Young man come back from North Korea, loses his life. Bunch of junk. And a man who does nothing but articulate division and hate tries to talk soft about this particular incident. His words have no validity whatsoever. Nobody's concerned about what he thinks. And really, nobody's concerned about what we, the American people, think. Because when the world see Donald Trump, they don't see one man. They see all of us. They see the Senate. They see the House. They see every state governor. They see all of us. Us, ladies and gentlemen. And I want to talk to you today about some solutions. You saw the Speaker of the Senate come out the other day, and they were talking about letting the public know what they've come together with on repeal and replace Obamacare. But they've done it in secret. And when they came out talking about it, then people were questioning them, why are you doing it in secret? They were saying that the Democrats didn't want to have anything to do with it, and the Democrats were saying they went into secret and did it and wouldn't engage them. But I want to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever those Republicans are doing, there's a half of this nation that's shouting about it. You saw the evidence in 4 people who were running for offices from the state in order to go and serve within the Republican Party, and they were winning. This game is being played, and we have all been sold a bill of goods that we definitely do not want. So they are clapping. And I want to ask you, the American people, how do you feel when there's a group of people going somewhere making policy about you, how it's going to affect you, for you, and they're doing it in your name, in secret, and don't even want to tell you about it, and saying whatever they come up with, you're going to have to accept it, just like you're going to have to accept that Donald Trump is your president. You might not like it. Most of you might not have voted for him, but you got to take it. They give you this health care bill that's sending 23 million folks or more off the health care bill of health care rolls. They're taking millions and billions of dollars, putting it in rich folks' hands, and you got to take it. Why? Because you are a slave. You are in the hell that you have allowed to exist. You have allowed to exist. Let me go back a step. The most despicable thing, heartening thing I saw at a speak out session about what happened with this murder getting away for killing Castile. I saw a young man, a brother, a man, a black man crying, talking about when are we the black people are going to get a chance to get out of this hangman's noose. A black man like me crying. He's been going through this stuff all of his life. When will black men, black people, be freed from this hangman's noose? And the world is watching this. When that black man said that, who is he speaking to? He's not speaking to God. He's speaking to you black people. When are you going to say no more and mean it? He's speaking to you white people who got a heart. You white people who are going through some of the same things that we're going through. We white people who are sitting out there with black people when black people are going through their changes. When are you going to say no more? I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, black people and white people who have been putting up with this stuff, as long as you continue to put up with it, you'll be saying no more the rest of your life. And at the end of your life, that is the only time you'll get it answered. No more. But I want to tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. This crap was started in this nation by a white man. And it's been supported by everybody. So I'm not just I'm not saying this to put your white man down because he's low down and dirty and evil. Because there's low down and dirty and evil people in every race. How in the world do you think that this plan could continue if there weren't low down, dirty people in every race that's going along with it? That's why it's happening, but it started with a white man. And I'm going to tell you a secret. It's going to end with a black man. Some of you think that black people got a nicer heart than white people. No, you got the same heart. Can be as nice as God and as evil as the devil. Every last one of us. And right now we are all on the path running with the devil. Every good that you think you're doing is nothing but set up by the devil to make you think you're doing good. You're not doing a doggone thing. And when I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a black man that can lead you out of this bondage, I'm speaking of myself. Why? Because I know that there's a God that's bigger than mankind. I know there's a God that's bigger than you. And I know that the hell that you've created, the hell that you allowed to continue to exist, God will allow it to continue to exist because it is by your choice. And before he allows me to stay in this hell, what I'm trying to get rid of it is he would allow you to kill me. I don't care who pulled the trigger. As long as you keep this hellish stuff going on, it is you who got the thing on the trigger. It is you who's ready to bomb North Korea. It is you who's causing all of this trouble with Iran. It is you who went into Iraq. It wasn't George Bush. It was you, the American people. health care. They laughed about it like you don't even matter. You don't even matter. And you sitting back mad and talking about it, but you're not going to do anything about it, and they know you're not going to do anything about it. So I'm going to tell you what you can do about it. You don't have to do it if you don't want it. You don't have to do it if you're afraid. You don't have to do it if you're a hypocrite, a lying son or son. But I'm going to tell you, God had a plan for health care. And I'm going to tell you what that plan is right now. It's very simple. You can go on and go with what Republicans come up with or what Democrats come up with, or you can come up with and accept what God says. This is what God says. God says everybody on the face of the earth has a divine right for health care. Health care. And you're not even talking about insurance. Health care. Why? Every human being on the face of the earth potential lead to become sick, hurt something, break something. God knows that. God provided the skills, the knowledge, the talent, the wherewithal, the materials, all of that stuff made it available. So when anybody on the face of the earth, any human being gets sick, he would have provided what was required of God. The rest he put in us, caring for one another, using these gifts and skills that have been imbued in us so that we can extract from that which God has given everything that we have done so far to handle health care. Basically, the materials are given, the skills and talents are in us. God says you need it, go to work, go to work, go to work, manifest it, and use it for everybody on the face of the earth. And here come that lying son of a gun who's disrupted that plan. Everybody taking care of their health, get sick, go straight to the doctor. And how is this going to happen here in America? Everybody having health care. And the way to facilitate this is to all students who are interested in the medical field are invited to get the necessary education to make you best at whatever it is in this particular field that you've chosen to do. And you go to school free. Free, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't cost you a penny. Inviting every last one of you, whether it has to do with dentistry, whether it has to do with vision, if it has to do with hearing, whether it has to do with whatever it has to do with cancer, all these different diseases. Research. All of this. Whatever your interest is, go to school. Free. Let's get doctors and medical persons ready and hope we never need them. School free. Now you say, how is this going to work? I'm telling you, you go to school free and whatever money can buy that you will need, want, desire is yours. And all you got to do is serve the public. Health care. God give you the external materials, give you the internal material. You got a need, you put it together. Who's doing the work right now? You are. But you got tricked. You got tricked. Rather than doing this so everybody could be in health. So there no one got a reason to argue and fuss and fight, to lie, to cheat, to steal and all that kind of stuff. You went and bought a guy come in or some thought come in that says, you deserve better. Now just because you are balanced out right now, why not be more than them? Why not have more than them? Look, you can do this. And then they come up with schemes like competition. You know, a competitive thing. Before, it was just to see who was good. And everybody was glad at the end because they showed their stuff. Somebody else came in and said, that's not good enough. Let's take it to the markets. Let's put a price on it. The winner gets this. The loser gets that. So now you got winners and losers. And everybody trying to win. And every time somebody wins, somebody loses. That's why when you hear a Democrat applaud, Republican mad. You hear a Republican applaud, Democrat mad. You see white people get advantage, black people mad. You see black people get advantage, white people mad. What in the doggone world is wrong with you? What in the world is wrong with you? Now look at me. I'm a 67-year-old black man coming out the cotton fields of Mississippi. You would say that I'm never going to be anybody. My health is poor. My dentistry needs a lot of care. I'm ugly as hell, and I'm standing before you like I'm somebody and like you ain't nothing. But I'm not standing here because I know you are intended to be nothing. I'm standing here because you were made to be something, but right now you're acting like you're nothing. You mad with me. I don't care if you mad with me. You know there are people out there being busted, going through all kinds of hell because you have been put in a maze. Well, I'm fussing. And I shouldn't be fussing. I shouldn't be fussing because you don't know any better, but I'm fussing because you've been told better. You didn't get it from the preachers. Preachers don't know any better. That's why you go to church and give them all your money and they are getting rich and you getting stepped on. They don't know God. Preachers. If you're not out there telling people that the reason that God wants you to shine is so that you can expose this dirtiness, but not only expose this dirtiness, but reveal the way of life and stand up for the way of life. Don't go along with the lesser of the two evils. They are all from the devil. The devil's kid, his son, all eldest, and his youngest. And you voting for the youngest son, youngest devil. You stupid. Come on, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not this smart. I just did get through college. I was glad too. But I got through there. Hell, I thought I wanted to be an entertainer. I ended up doing this. I don't get a paycheck for this. I haven't received paychecks in years when you guys were out there trying to get you a lot of money so you have nice fancy cars, nice suits. I'm not complaining. I used to do that. When you were out there trying to be somebody so you can party hard, that's okay. I'm not against that. I used to do that too. But there's something that's more important. And that's that black people have freedom. That white people have freedom. That the old, the young have freedom. Americans have freedom. And everybody on the face of the earth have freedom. And that is not coming from a government. That is not coming from a president, a king, or queen, or prince. That's coming from God and those who know God. Now, I'm telling you right now that the reason that these cops are constantly killing folks, black and white, the reason that poverty, crime, and violence exists in this country and all over the world is because God don't live here. And everybody walking around here talking about God is a goddamn lie. You don't know God. Your God is Satan. Your God is the one that says okay to kill these blacks. Your God is the one that says okay to have people without health insurance. Your God is the one that says okay to bomb other nations. Your God is the one that says okay to take over countries, create empires. Your God says that's all right because you're special. You're a damn lie. Every human being on the earth is made out of the same stuff. And they walk by the same stuff, and that's by spirit. And God says that you're one. And you are proving that you don't know God. I would like to, something inside of me say, maybe I feel like I should apologize. But you know, for those of you who are parents, oftentimes you give your kids instructions. I mean, if you really love your kids, you don't let them have their way all the time. You don't try to forget being a parent and just be a friend. No, you know it's important, more important to be a parent. So you can teach them what it's like in being a friend. But when they can't hear, for whatever the reason, and you're constant, you're sincere about your effort, sometimes you get angry. And you feel like that soft talk ain't doing no good. And when you cuss them out, you still don't do any good. But it might. So raising my voice at you like I'm somebody, you're nobody, not going to do any good. But it might. Bye-bye.